All right, let's talk about Losin It, that wild teen comedy from 1983. It's an American-Canadian flick directed by Curtis Hanson. Yep, the same guy who later won an Oscar for LA Confidential. The movie was written by Bill L. Norton and put together by Tijuana Productions and Tiberius Film Productions. The budget wasn't tiny, about $7 million, but it barely made over $1 million at the box office. So yeah, it totally flopped. The movie hit theaters on April 8, 1983, runs for about an hour and 40 minutes, and it definitely earned its R rating with all the crazy teen humor. Plot summary. So here's the deal. It's set around 1965, and you've got 4 high school seniors from LA. Woody, that's a young Tom Cruise, Dave, Jackie Earle Haley, Spider, John Stockwell, and Dave's little bro Wendell, John P. Navin Jr. These guys head down to Tijuana with one big goal: lose their virginity. Things get way more interesting when they pick up Kathy, Shelley Long, who's a housewife running off for a fast-track Mexican divorce. After that, it's a ride full of messed up bribes, sketchy clubs, fights, a whole lot of trouble with the law, firecrackers going everywhere, and, no joke, a wild escape involving a half-taken-apart Chevy convertible and fireworks lighting up the night. Cast and crew you get: Tom Cruise as Woody, Jackie Earle Haley as Dave, John Stockwell as Spider, Shelley Long as Kathy, John P. Navin Jr. as Wendell. The supporting cast: Henry Darrow, Mario Marcelino, John Valby, Rick Rossovich, Cale Brown, and Joe Spinell show up too. Fun fact, even though the story's set in Tijuana, most of it was actually shot around Calexico, California, which gives it that real border town vibe. Reception and legacy real talk. Critics kinda hated it back then. Siskel and Ebert. Gene Siskel called it dreadful and totally predictable, while Roger Ebert didn't like the whole guys chase after prostitutes storyline. The New York Times. Janet Maslin liked Shelley Long, but she thought the script was a bit much. The movie's sitting at a so-so 51/100 on Metacritic. At the box office, it bombed, just $437,000 on opening weekend in 180 theaters. If you're hunting for it, MGM dropped a DVD in 2001, and Kino Lorber released a Blu-ray in 2019 with a shiny new 2K transfer. Take on the film then and now, so critics weren't into it at first, but these days some folks are a little kinder about it. MovieWeb gives props to Hanson for making it look slicker than most 80s teen comedies. Derek Winnett says Cruise and Long are great and the direction's solid, even if there are still plenty of cliches. Joe Blow points out it barely gets mentioned when people talk about early Tom Cruise movies, especially compared to big hits like Risky Business. Final thoughts. Okay, so Losin It isn't a classic, but it's kind of a cool footnote in 80s teen comedy and Tom Cruise's early days. It's got that vintage vibe, goofy adventures, and a bunch of actors who went on to do bigger stuff. If you want to see where Tom Cruise got his start or just love old-school teen comedies, it's worth a watch. Ever seen Losin It? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to subscribe to Movies of the 80s.